Alright, so much like last time, we replaced the original shells on our Switch Joy-Cons. This time I want to do the same thing for the actual Switch itself by replacing the backplate of the Switch. So in order to do that, I have a replacement shell, same orange as the Joy-Con, and that's what we're going to do. So this, I'm imagining, should be easier than the previous Joy-Con experiment, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and get into. I'm hoping that it isn't that bad. I don't see why it should be, so let's get into it. I have upgraded my screwdriver. Which is super nice and helpful. This off to the side. Let's actually get this out. I like the fact that it comes with an actual orange kick plate or kick stand. I'm not going to use this. I actually have a metal kickstand that I'm actually going to continue using. So with this one, I have like seen bits and pieces of people doing this one, so I'm basically aware of what is required. I mean, regardless, it's a matter of taking apart some screws or taking out some screws and taking off the panel and putting it back. I am actually ordering a brand new kickstand as well, in hopes of basically repairing the fact that it is kind of busted. Oh, and there is some damage. There's a little chip in the casing, so this does serve multiple purposes. Alright, so I took out the 4 triangle lead ones, so now I'm going to take out these other ones. Make sure that I use the right size. My God, that is a tiny ass screw. There's like no thread to that whatsoever. I'm glad I have one of those glass screen protectors on this thing. Alright, so 4 Y screws, 1 Phillips there, 2 on the bottom. Looks like just 1 up top. It's a Mario Maker. That'll help date the episode. Alright, we're still not free. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws on either end. It's not the easiest spot to film. I was actually looking online, and you can actually buy like an entire set of replacement screws, which I find very interesting, but also very handy. Actually having trouble with one of the screws on here currently. I know these shots are great where I actually just physically remove the item that I'm working on. In these cases, it can't be helped. Okay, there's 4 of the 5 on that side. I'm actually going to swap to the other side real quick. When I actually film like this, I need to get, like, I guess I need to look into microphone options, because I don't actually use a microphone aside from the one that's built into the camera. So, I guess I could possibly look at other options, because I was editing the one with like the soldering the new batteries and replacing the Joy-Con shells, and it was a little bit difficult to hear me at times. Okay, last one. That is not making it into this. Okay. There we go. We have our side free, the entire back plate, which is interesting. And that's no wonder the freaking It's no wonder the kickstand gives you so much trouble, because the thing that holds it in here is just a piece of plastic. Oh, that is disgusting. We've got to transfer over the door as well. And it would appear that I didn't actually need to remove these sides, except for the two on the side, which, I mean, it's good to know now, and I probably could have looked at this in order to find that out. Okay, remove that to remove this. I'm actually just going to keep those together. And I know that I am going to be replacing this, but I want it to be functional. So we're going to take this off as well. There we go. And I'm pretty sure that we don't really require anything else here, except I do want those foam pieces. There's one. And two. I'm going to use some double-sided tape. Put those back in place. I need some scissors now. It's not the prettiest, but it actually does work. Don't use right-handed scissors in your left hands, kids. You'll die. Alright, not the prettiest, but I did exactly what I wanted. Okay, now it's the matter of cleaning this up a little bit, actually. I'm just gonna brush off some of this excess dust. You know what? This tape here is actually here to make it not shine through silver. So I'm actually going to remove that. Slightly more carefully. Oh, don't tear. Don't you hate that you're like trying to pull off tape all nice and clean? And it's like, nah, I don't wanna. I'm going to try to pry it off in such a way that I can actually sort of take it off from behind, because there are tricks. There are still tricks. Oh, what? Have you got some opinions? Are you saying, Dad, don't do this? It's a bad idea. I'm like secretly inside my head, yes, I know. I shouldn't be taking apart consoles. But here I am doing it. Okay, so we're going to apply these. What? 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 What is it? What has Dad done? What has Dad done to deserve your wrath? Okay, there we go. That's back in place. Yeah, these little pegs where the kickstand is supposed to slot into are so worn. Believe it or not, I actually like the kickstand. I use it all the time. Especially when I take this to work. I like using it because I'll prop it up in front of me and play with Joy-Cons. When I'm on lunch, of course. Okay, so we've now gotten all of the pieces in here. So I guess the only thing left to do is to actually apply this. I think I'll actually start with this side. Again, I know that this is the worst angle. The worst angle for my dangle. I remember what we learned. We learned that there was only one screw that actually really seemed to matter. And it was the center one for each side. So that's the one that I'm going to worry about. I already really like it. I was always a huge fan of the see-through like Game Boys and controllers. Freaking love that stuff, man. Alright, let's get these aside. Alright, so it is locked in place. One more of these. The other thing that makes this side panel or the back panel a heck of a lot easier is simply the fact that there's no electronics. So that is definitely a saving grace. Okay. These two longwise. For that, these heads are so tiny. There you go. Bit over that. And I'm trying my hardest not to lose any of these. And yes, I am using the top of... I'm using the top of the screwdriver case as a divider and sorting little setup so that I don't misplace any screws. This stuff always makes me nervous, even though like it is possibly the easiest part. All right, 4 screws left. Swap to our Y-top. I'm actually kind of happy that this didn't come with any replacement screws. We just got to stick with the straight up Nintendo made. Not that I believe that Nintendo made them. But the ones given to us by the Big N. I need new batteries for my camera. These ones die far too quickly. Last screw. Granted, this won't be the last time that we take this apart because, like I said, we're going to replace the kickstand. So there we go, man. A nice clear orange backplate. Let's put in our SD card. There isn't as much to appreciate as there is in the Joy-Con, of course. But that would look cool, but I actually kind of really like that aesthetic. Make the road game back in there. When you move this, you actually get to see it go back and forth. There you go. Everything is... I mean, we didn't do anything really, but everything's still working. I'm glad that I took off the black stickers, but then again, it does have the black grills on there, but that's okay. It feels like there's a little bit of space, like it's not as thick as the original one, but all things considered, it's a fairly decent quality. But how about that? That is a nice look. Here, let's do a nice little pan over with the camera. All in all, I'm very happy with that. I like the way that that turned out, and honestly, it wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard at all. Now, my next project is going to be replacing the little black kickstand thing in there to make it so that it's not super wobbly and loose anymore. And then after that, it's replacing the little metal connectors in here. There's one down here and one down here that actually basically help keep it in place without it just being able to pop out. The interesting thing that I'm noticing is that this rail on this side was a little bit tighter, which that's interesting. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope that you're enjoying these. Again, this is not a tutorial in any way, shape, or form. This is the first time that I've ever done that specific type of replacement or repair, I guess you could say, because there was a chip in this. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Oh, dude, even this was broken. Wow. Wow. Thanks for watching.